Hello and welcome to my Let's Play / stream Star Trek Online with the KDF. This will be part 4, bringing down the house. We will be starting the... I can't remember what the story arc is. Let's have a look. On top of my head, the Warzone story arc. So we will start on that very shortly. Go and see House Martok. Should get be for the next part. We'll probably get new ships, so, but I'll do that off stream. So that's how jump up. House Martok needs your assistance. Who is targeting their members for death?
Sirella, Lady of the House of Martok, has requested that you meet her at the house estate in the Ketha Lowlands. She did not explain why she wanted to see you, but I expect that she has some tasks she would like completed. The House of Martok has lost much prestige since I took the Chancellor's seat. But they still have many allies among the KDF, and I am loath to reject Sirella's request without a good reason. Gaining the favor of the House of Martok could serve you well. But remember, they have many enemies. I harbor no ill towards Sirella, but do not get caught up in her vengeance against me. It would not be in your best interest. Serve the imp.
So we'll begin bringing down the house. Klingon politics is never dull. That's definitely for sure. Lady Sirella, mistress of the House of Martok, has requested your presence at the family manor. We should make our way to her as soon as possible.
Welcome. Greetings, Kemtar. It pleases me that you have both come to my home. The House of Martok has many enemies. We have called for vengeance against the House of Jempok and all of its allies for the death of my husband. And many smaller houses seek to curry favor with Jempok or the House of Duras by striking at us. Until now, most of these attacks have been little more than a nuisance. When we received word from Kemtar that one of the houses may be plotting to assassinate Worf, it confirmed my suspicions that there is a greater threat emerging. I now believe that my grandson Maven may also be a target. These assassins threaten to destabilize our position on the High Council. Whoever has ordered such a dishonorable act, or who would be cowardly enough to carry it out, must be stopped. Given your current investigation, I ask that you find the assassin and remove the threat before they attempt to strike.
Your cooperation will be appreciated.
Yes, we value your concerns and we will proceed with caution in our investigation. It is refreshing and a testimony to the dignity of House Martok that you're willing to speak out and recognize this looming threat. May I ask where your grandson Maven is now?
He He is on his way to the Batlift tournament on Forcas 3 with your father. Worf assured me that he would handle security matters during the trip. But that was before you reported your findings to me.
We'll go to Focus as well.
Before you go, I have another concern. Our local farmers reported seeing a Romulan here recently. Given Kimtar's suspicions of a house collaborating with the Tal Shiar, it seems to be an odd coincidence. We need to know what the Romulan was doing here before you leave for the tournament.
We'll look for this Romulan.
Why would a Romulan come anywhere near these farms?
I bloody know you. You're the one investigating, not me.
The only thing I've paid attention to of late has been the lack of rain. But you're a warrior, not a farmer. You wouldn't be interested in that. Sorry, I couldn't help you.
Worthless. We are someone else.
Targs have been busy tearing up my roots. But other than that, I haven't seen anything unusual.
Bah. We'll ask another farmer.
I remember seeing the Romulan. He said he was a surveyor hired to architect a new irrigation system. He set up equipment on the hill over there, but I haven't seen him lately. It wouldn't surprise me if he's up to no good. You can never trust a Romulan.
Sirella would have known if a Romulan surveyor was on her property. Stay alert.
This isn't surveying equipment, sir. We should survey the need. We should survey. Why would a surveyor need a Romulan short-range disruptor? Maybe yes, I have to go all the way around. There's no way in. Who designs these places?
Yes, I remember this man. It's not every day you see a Romulan in the Ketha Lowlands. He didn't say he was a surveyor, though. He told me that he was a part of a diplomatic delegation studying our agriculture.
Continue.
Martok would have never let a Romulan set foot on our world. That's why I don't think much of Jimpak. He's too soft. The oddest thing I remember, other than him being a Romulan, was
that he personally scheduled the delivery of goods to the farm. That is against our security procedures. Lady Sirella insists on authorizing all deliveries to the manor. However, his codes were valid. He had Lady Sirella's signature, so I did as he asked. His delivery arrived today. It's the large package we moved to the grain storage shed near the house of Martok's manor. The Nep would know it was one. He handles most of Lady Sirella's business transactions.
We must find this Roman and inspect that delivery.
Now he's a diplomat? I don't buy it. We're dealing with a tall Shar spy.
Speak to Nip.
I processed that delivery. It was an order for the house of Martok. They needed explosives for digging out a new irrigation system. The order was placed by Lady Sirella with her signature and authorization codes. She must need the new irrigation channel badly. Normally, Sirella delays such tasks until the winter, when the farm hands aren't busy with planting and harvesting.
We must get to this package at once. The spy knew that they would move the explosives near the house of Martok's fertilizer store. He plans to use the shed as a bomb. The equipment we found earlier must have been the trigger device. But why use a Romulan short-range EM trigger? His range would have been limited to a few hundred yards. He would need to be near the farm to trigger the detonation charges. We need to get back to the manor and stop the assassin. We should focus our search near the first flight to shed. He will need to spot where he can overlook the store to monitor the detonation. We must proceed with caution. Romans where? Well, we're out on them, aren't you? Nothing here, Captain.
There he is! Stop him!
The house of Martok will crumble, and with it, the rest of the Klingon Empire. You cannot stop what has begun.
Shoot this for a sec before he beams out. Romulans. Someone hired these honest Taushiard dogs to do their dirty work. The House of Martok is strong, but with Martok gone, it has been weakened. Once, one of his rivals seeks to exploit the weakness and use the House's downfall to attack the Council. Continue. We need to follow the Trazen, the Tenzin, or Tarzan, to find out where he's working for. As long as the Batak draws breath, he's still a threat to the House of Martok. Captain Tarzan has beamed to a cloaked vessel in orbit above Kronos. We should return to our ship to track where he went. Beam up to ship. Toodles, Kimta. Lieutenant, the warp traffic in this area makes it difficult to pinpoint the Romulan assassin ship. Ever since Chancellor John Puck has agreed to the settlement of New Romulus, there's always a Romulan ships in orbit around Kronos. How we maintain security when we allow allies or on our doorstep. We will support the Chancellor's position. Now scan for the cloaked vessel. The scanners have been configured to monitor detection, but as suspected there's too much traffic in the area, we must consider that the Romulan has left the system. Scan for singularity correlations. Sir, your intuition is superb. Scanners are detecting trace singularity distortions where the nearby asteroids indicating a Romulan recently entered warp. We can class a scan we'll be able to course based on the warp trajectory to take us closer to the asteroids.
Heed the call.
God, jumping so slow. Breakers went, it went, didn't it? Scan complete and the warp trail course plotted. Sir, the Romulan warbird is heading toward the forecast system. He's after Wolf and Raven.
Lady Sirella's suspicions were correct. The Romulan is going to make an attempt on her grandson's life. While my father is a formidable warrior, this time he may be overwhelmed. We must set a course for the forecast system at once.
Agreed. Prepare to leave orbit. Hope it's not far. Oh, you son of a... Sorry. looking for something. It was that much easier when I get the next ship. Oh, a bit tired. Would have been nice to just instantly warp you. That would have been nice. I guess that's too much to ask. Do 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 do. It's always good, you know, Klingon politics and stuff. Look at Romulans. Only the House of Doris has done that. Oh, we should not go for Klingons. They find that highly dishonourable. No, I find highly dishonourable. The fact it's taken this bloody long to get here. Focus. Focus 3. Loading screens, so many loading screens. Most of the time would be easier to cut out, but I can't because I'm not streaming. We are right in the focus system. The trail of the Romulan warbird ends here. Scanning the system for ship signatures. We need to warn Worf.
I've attempted to contact him, but with the Batleth tournament underway, he is not responding. It is unclear if he is unavailable, or if something has happened to him. We'll need to beam down to the surface to know for certain.
Have we located the ship yet? I have located the Romulan warbird. It is cloaked and dropping into the planetary orbit around Focus 3. We've received an incoming howl from the ship's commander, Tarzan. Put the piece of back tag on screen.
You're becoming an annoyance. You have made yourself a target by defending the House of Martok. By following me here, you've given me no choice but to destroy you.
Prepare for battle. So brazen to attack a Klingon vessel inside. I can do that too, you know. Tarzan has cloaked his ship. He will not escape for long. His cloaking device is damaged and will be detecting high concentration of tachyon particles in the asteroid belt. He may have gone there to perform emergency repairs. Locking the coordinates of his location now. How the hell do you get anything done in these systems with all these asteroids? Well, that wasn't fair. Impossible. Tarzan has been assisted by Klingons. I'm picking up another packet of tachyon particles, sir, but I suggest caution. If these captains are so dishonourable that they will fight us to help a Romulan, they may have allies lurking in and wait for ambush. Put your coordinates on the screen, Captain.
You cannot stop what is already set in motion.
Boom. Gotta bring green bloody.
We've destroyed his ship,
dog.
but Tarzan may have already transported agents to the surface. He also appears to have Klingon collaborators already in place. I recommend that you and I beam down discreetly and quickly locate Worf and Maven.
Beam down.
We do not want to draw large amounts of attention, but remember that protecting Maven is our highest priority. Let no one stand in our way. Romulan infiltrators will have a hard time navigating an arena full of Klingons. I recommend we start by asking in the bar to see if anyone has seen or heard anything unusual.
We'll start our search in the bar.
Did you see Jim Puck when he was young and still fighting in the tournaments? Oh, now that was something to behold. He was masterful and fluent, not like the young tards here these days. I'm surprised that some of them can hold on to their paddlets for the entire match. Huh?
Wonderful! Another stout warrior eager to hear a story of my glory days in battle. Pull up a chair and I'll allow you the honor of bowing me a bloodline.
Have you seen the fighter from the House of Duras? He looks like a real contender for champion standing. I'll bet you a barrel of blood wine that he wins without taking a single wound.
Okay.
General Chang fought Dahar Master Kor, both in their prime fighting condition. Who do you think would take champion stand?
Me.
And what do you think of the new rule restricting botnet links to between 110 and 120 centimeters?
Do you really think a Romulan would be foolish enough to beam down to an arena filled with hundreds of Klingon warriors? Besides, ever since that one tournament where the champion of the House of Mokai used a transporter to steal his opponent's bat'leth in the middle of a fight, there are transport inhibitors in place. The only places they can operate are the transport pads and cargo storage.
Freck, report. Sir, I have checked the area's transporter logs and do not find any Romney signatures. Looking at the arena floor plan, I believe the agents may have been beamed in somewhere near the cargo area. If you're gaining access to the local security system, we may be able to pinpoint the location. They can't hide from us. Good work, Freck.
Hearing the chanting and sounds of bat'leths reminds me of the first time I celebrated the Kotbatval festival. That was the first time I remember understanding what it means to be a Klingon warrior.
He died with honor. Someone snapped the guard's neck. Our assassin is near. Now you're going to let me check the security logs. Thank you very much.
That tall Shar agent was attempting to erase the security logs in the cargo area. He also sealed the doors with a security lockout. It would take too much time to override this work. Our best chance of getting into the storage area would be to disrupt the power flow to the cargo bay doors.
Agreed. We'll head there at once.
Chasing these assassins reminds me of when I met Kimtar.
What do you mean? Aren't you Kenta?
No. Kimtar was the name of a warrior who saved my father from assassins on Moronga 4.
What are you doing?
The control system reports that the outer door to the cargo bay has been unlocked, but the inner door remains sealed shut. We'll need to blast that door, get inside, and stop this miserable Tuba.
Continue. You said before that it doesn't matter, but I'd like to know your real name.
I am Alexander, son of Worf and Kalar, a member of the House of Martok.
And you fight well, Alexander, for a diplomat.
There's Maven. He's pinned down by the assassins.
No. I mean, he's dead. Oh, hello.
Maven! No!
This was an honorable death.
Maven!
What is the meaning of this, Alexander? Maven was sent here to replace his equipment, and yet I find you here, surrounded by Romulans with the grandson of Martok dead at your feet. Explain yourself.
This was not Ketha's doing.
Lady Sirella feared that you alone would not be able to keep her grandson safe. We followed these Romulans here, and would have stopped them had these halls not been filled with Klingon traitors. And where were you when these assassins struck?
Both of you stop. We must focus on finding the real enemy.
I see you have been listening to my son's conspiracy theories again. He talks of peace and uniting the houses. Yet, here he is, with a blade in his hand, looking for glory. I told you I wanted nothing to do with this.
With respect, sir, we have proof of another house is behind this.
While you were here at the tournament, assassins moved against Lady Sirella at her own estate. If we hadn't tracked down this agent and disarmed his explosive, she would be dead as well. At every step, we have encountered Klingons, hiding in the shadows, with blades at our backs.
Ketha, what Ketha says is the truth. We must find these traitors and put an end to this plot.
I have not seen this evidence, but I believe what you say. We will get to the bottom of this. That does not mean we can act rashly. If there were Klingons aiding these agents, then we are still in danger.
If we uncover the identity of this rival house, then they would be forced to act in the open and we can fight them on head to head.
Agreed. One of the great houses is here backing the Romulans. And they will try to escape before their role in this plot is revealed. One of the Klingons we killed on the way here was wearing a tournament sash. We should check the training rooms of each house in attendance and look for evidence that would connect them to the Romulans.
We will uncover this threat together.
We must uncover the Klingon collaborators who helped Tarson kill Maven. Tarson had assistants on the ground. We will proceed with the plan to check the training rooms here before the villains have a chance to cover up their crime.
Kimtar was telling me about how he reminded him of a time you were almost killed on Markoveng for Markoveng 4.
I was just thinking of that. We cannot always see what the future will bring.
That is why we cannot give up on peace, even if some of us cannot see a way to that future.
The great houses will never find peace. They see it as a sign of weakness.
I will not abandon my beliefs, Father. We cannot live in fear that the future will never change.
It is good to know that you remember some of the things I have taught you.
Excuse me.
It would surprise me if the House of Martok were involved. Other than an abundance of medical supplies, nothing appears to be out of the ordinary. We should move on.
Continue.
I will see to it that Maven's belongings are prepared for transport back to the House of Martok's estate on Kronos. We should move on to the other training rooms.
Go on. I don't care about this stuff.
The gear here in the House of Nogra's training room is typical of the weapons used in the tournament. I'm relieved that Nogra does not appear to be involved. Ever since they took in my uncle.
Alexander, you were told not to discuss this. It is a private family matter. We will move on.
I understand. We'll continue our search. That's road deck.
Ever since Urapenthe, I have been suspicious of the House of Torg. And now it appears they were preparing to leave the tournament early. Look at this state of disarray. We must look for evidence that may link them to the Romulan assassins.
You mean the disruptor?
These are Romulan weapons. It appears that your suspicions have been correct. It must be the House of Torg. We must confiscate this evidence and then warn the rest of House Martok.
We will reveal their treachery.
Sirella and the rest of the House of Martok will mourn for her grandson. But I must also see that security remains a priority. To start, I am sending you a recruit from our house, the warrior Valera. She's been personally trained by me, and will aid your crew as we fight against the House of Torg.
Cool.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
Man, with that, we have finished bringing down the house. Our next mission will be the house always wins, which we hunt. The hunt for the Romulan assassin leads us to Bat Left tournament on Focus 3. Take up your blade and defend your honour. And we'll play that in part 5. Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you in part 5 for the Klingon storyline. May the Force be with you, and Kapla.